Hey guys, welcome back to the Hear Me Roar pod. I am Tobi and my co-host is none other than the Kate Save, which you might know her from Shark Tank. She's also founder of BeFit Foods and picked up Telstra's Business of the Year award too. Kate?
Well, Tobi, you've got a super impressive CV, 25 years in global commercialisation experience, and you founded Creative Cubes, Australia's leading co-working space and real estate business.
All right, let's get on with the pod. Guys, welcome back to Hear Me Roar. Kate?
Yes.
What's going on in your world?
Got some new tech. I've been wanting an Oura ring for years now since I've seen people have them. And, well, I'm 1 week in and I'm very happy to say the first couple of nights I got 90-something% for my sleep score. So I was really happy with that.
Wow.
And the bit that I'm not happy with is when we're away on holidays, maybe my husband had a couple more drinks than usual and he snored. It screwed my sleep score. I was furious.
Oh, wow.
You know when you got a perfect score
Yep.
and then a couple of bad nights sleep.
Yep.
And I was like, I told you, your snoring is ruining my life.
So my Sim says the same thing to me. She's like, your snoring's out of control. I said, I've never heard myself snore. I don't believe you.
Well, we need to put a ring on you because you will see your oxygen levels change.
So what's interesting about me is I have an Apple Watch because I'm part of the Apple ecosystem. So monitoring my health through that is how I do it because I've got the phone, I've got the watch.
Yeah.
I can't sleep with my watch on.
Oh, you're kidding. So you can't see your sleep cycles and everything.
I can't sleep with it because this is going to send alarm bells through you as the nutritionist and dietitian and athlete that you are. My resting heart rate is around 28 beats.
No way.
Yeah. And so the watch just goes berserk thinking that I'm dead.
No way.
And so, it just wakes me up. So I've had to put it on the nightstand and let it charge. And then in terms of like the rest of me, I don't wear jewelry. I don't even wear my wedding ring.
Take me back to your heart rate during the day. That's during sleep. What about during the day?
Yeah, no, I'm okay. I can tell you.
But it gets to 20s at night.
Yeah, like high 20s, 20, 28. So
I get to 43 and I was like, oh, super athlete. Look at me. I thought that was like amazing. That is unbelievable.
Yeah, and people like you're like, there's got to be something wrong with you. So I'm at 61 at the moment.
Yeah, so nice and calm and relaxed.
I can't get my heart rate. Like I really push myself on the tread every day. And I really can't get into the zones unless I'm literally just going to like fall off the treadmill. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm very comfortable training 180 sometimes. But so what's the highest?
I can't get my heart rate up.
Yeah, right.
But it's a struggle. But Sim's quite comfortable sleeping with the watch on and she's measuring herself.
So cool.
But my brother-in-law wears the Oura.
Yeah.
I just don't like jewelry.
Yeah,
I just
fair
don't wear
enough.
anything.
I'm just so curious. I track all sorts of things. And these recently got approved as a conception device. Is that like contraception device?
Really?
Yeah, because they track your heart, your temperature so closely that they know when you're ovulating, et cetera, and so they're being approved for contraception, which I just like, wow, the tech must be pretty reliable for that.
So I'm going to shift gears for a split second. I learned about today's guest via your amazing TV show, The Inspired CEO. I believe you had Suji on.
I did, and I have a little surprise under here. This is the Eden Light and Glow that she gave me, a personal fragrance. I love it, and it's all natural. It feels so clean, and it's got a real strength to it with the essential oils, and I absolutely love it.
Fantastic. Well, after this quick break from Purpose Productions, we're going to learn about Suji and her business. Guys, you've seen me put out content for years. It all started with James Shadrach from Purpose Productions. We've filmed over 800 vlogs, several hundred different pieces of content that has helped me take my business to the next level. We use Purpose Productions for all the content, pods, vlogs, and storytelling that we produce. Check out purposeproductions.co to learn how James and his amazing team can help you scale your business and get your message out there. Guys, welcome back to the pod. Kate, do you want to introduce Suji?
Yeah, Suji is an incredible woman who not only has a medical degree from London, who moved here and now has 4 children. 3. Well, it's more than, it's a lot.
Is your husband included in the child?
Well, yeah.
4 of you include your husband? That's my wife. She's got 3 kids. I'm like, there's only 2 here. What are you talking? She's like,
And several businesses, and now starting in a whole nother area. So Light Glo was the first business.
That's right.
And still running candles.
so yeah, I was about to say, tell us about Light Glo. What is Light Glo?
Sure. So Light Glo is a manufacturer of home fragrances and personal fragrances. So we stock across stores nationally across Australia and have now started to export into Mumbai, London and Singapore.
Cool.
And I guess spreading as a global brand. So we have home fragrances, personal fragrances, all Australian made here right in Melbourne. Yeah.
And so how are you setting up international offices, or are you selling through
That's
distribution?
right. So we've got distribution channels there. We've got, I guess, offices that we've set up in the set areas. We're working with distributors to, funnel it. And for example, Mumbai was something that was never on the market before, but in the last year it's just taken off. So we're now there in Nika, Tira, and
how does that happen?
Wow.
How does that happen?
So with the support actually of organisations such as Global Victoria, so we did a trade show last year called Cosmoprof, which happens in Mumbai, Vegas, London. And so we did the Mumbai one, got picked up by a distributor. They loved the products, the quality of the products, and then the fact that they were Australian made, had a story.
Yep.
And we've just gone off since. And that's really how the brand really escalated, is that storytelling.
Yeah, amazing. I know a lot about storytelling.
Well, the second brand, incredible as well, brand Sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so do you own an Amex?
You know what? I used to have an Amex.
Yeah. Well, there's a story behind this.
Okay.
So when you get the platinum
Yes.
Amex.
I used to have platinum Amex.
When you receive the box for APAC, we've actually created a scent for American Express, and that scent is used in the packaging that gets sent out. So we're after 4 years of of Light Glo, came about Brand Scent. Brand Scent is a scent marketing agency. And so we utilise our relationship with American Express from the Shop Small campaign via Light Glo, and then stepped into the world of scent marketing. And now we create scents for some global brands. Yeah.
And ever since our episode, I have been so conscious of this. Everywhere I go, there is a scent that I notice. And like the Chadstone Hotel scent or whatever.
We have a scent here, by the
centre.
way, at Creative Cubes.
There you go.
Yeah, we have a diffuser that's pumped through the experience.
Amazing.
So that you and I'm not sure, I don't know. We should talk.
We should, yes.
I'm not
So
unhappy
good.
with my current supplier, but I'm thrilled you're here, and I want to try and work out a way to support
absolutely.
you.
I guess what we do things a little differently, this is a bespoke scent. So this is create ultimately for you with your consumer in mind, and it becomes your identity, almost your brand identity.
Totally.
Yeah.
No.
So,
I used to, when I lived in the US, I used to travel, and I would stay at the W Hotel, and their scent when you walk in there is distinct. It's almost like, I'm home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's that familiarity scent and smell. It's like, I've been here before.
Yeah.
And
It's
so
like Cook Eye for me.
yes.
Cook Eye?
They do it well.
Cook Eye?
Oh, their scent's amazing.
Oh, yeah,
Cook
I
Eye.
can't say that I've
shop
been in a Cook Eye
non-stop
store.
in there. I'm like, it's the smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally. And so a women's brand, Style Runner,
Oh yeah, love.
they have an amazing
Yeah,
scent.
they
My
do.
daughters go past in Brighton.
I was there yesterday.
Oh, Dad,
Yeah.
the smell is amazing.
Yeah.
So what's the name of that business?
So it's called Brand Scent.
Still Brand Scent.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's Light Glo, the manufacturer, Brand
Brand
Scent,
Scent.
and we leverage both sides of the business. So, for example, like you said, with W Hotel, we work with hotel chains and we can commercialize the product. So,
Totally.
take the scent, create products for them that they can then on sell. So, we work with so many, like, for example, Chandon. So, they created a scent for their hero product.
Yep.
We then manufacture the products that they then sell.
Yep.
And it's a great initiative that they've set up. Yeah.
Okay, so I've got an idea. This is Spike's idea. So our producer just
Who's
stealing
Spike?
this now. So Spike said, why don't movies have a scent? Surely they're doing that. And I was like, do they?
Popcorn?
Smallest.
No.
Like a manufactured popcorn scent? Like Subway. You walk into Subway, That's
I'm not going back to
that's
cinema with that.
artificial.
Oh,
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
want like a scent, like if you're going to Bridget Jones, it's like a romantic, funny
Oh, you're saying
scent.
per
Or-
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
per movie.
Oh,
like
that
a
might be
personal
extreme.
scent. So
Yes.
then when you're going to go see, what do you watch?
I only watch
Basketball.
basketball.
Something basketball. Well, I'm sure there's a sweaty smell.
I'm not interested.
Cologne, a nice cologne.
Yeah. Oh, so like Abercrombie and I was just in the US.
Yes.
Abercrombie and Fitch.
Oh, they have
I went
a
and bought their
scent.
aftershave and Sim's like, you smell like you when you were 17 years old.
Basketball movie with that scent,
Yeah.
you're in.
We
I
can
like
do
it.
it for short. We do it for short movies, like in terms of if you're doing a, I guess a piece for tourism. And so when you're taking them around different places, if it's got, the rose gardens, or if you're taking them to the outback, they'll have little spurts of different smells. So as the visuals are changing, the music's changing, so is the scent as a result of the movie.
So we're only on 2 out of 4 businesses?
Yeah.
Or is it 2 out of 4 kids?
2 out of 3. Oh, well,
3 and 3. 3
Okay.
and
3 and 3.
All right.
Exactly.
And, well, you're a doctor and your husband is also a doctor. What type of doctor is he?
So he's in allergy and respiratory.
Ah,
So when
yes.
it comes to creating things that are, I guess, hyperallergenic,
Yes.
and
Well,
all
that's
of those
super
things.
interesting.
Yeah.
Not to talk ill, but I'm hearing that like some candles out there actually, they smell amazing, but they're actually quite dangerous.
That's it.
So
Yeah.
the mere fact that your husband understands that from maybe from a chemistry or biological
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah. Had to do chemistry at A level. So, yes, a hell of a lot of chemistry goes into that.
Yeah, super interesting.
But yes, when it comes to creating our products, whether it's personal fragrances or the home fragrances, we're ensuring that we're ethically sourcing, we're checking the SDS and all of those things from our suppliers to ensure what we put into our products is actually clean and
I cannot
Incredible.
believe I actually just sprayed that scent that you gave me, the Eden, in my face here, and I'm not sneezing. Usually when I spray fragrances, I go into a bit of a sneezing fit for a while. So that is super interesting because I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Not wiping my nose.
So we are, my wife is a candle fiend. Like she's buying candles. Like we were just at the markets the other day. Oh, I feel bad. They're going to buy this candle from this guy. He looks like such a nice guy. But like the alarmist in me is cool candle, but like, what am I actually ingesting here? And is it safe for me and my kids in the home? So
the thing you got to be checking is that some
no, it's very
candles
simple. I'm going to
paraffin.
just check your website.
Paraffin.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we have no paraffin in our candles and things like the oils as well. How much of a percentage is synthetic? Obviously, a lot of oils to be burned, there is elements in synthetics, but are there essential oils used? Where are the oils actually made? So our oils are made in-house. We have an in-house perfumery and a perfumer that works with us. So from the very basic elements, we know exactly what goes into it.
Yeah, amazing.
Another curious about, instead of burning candles, my daughter was given for Christmas. I think it's a magical invention. We don't want her lighting, having a naked flame in a room. She has the candle warmer, and the scent from the candle warmer is more intense than the burning candle. So she's got pretty much an everlasting candle. She puts a warmer on it and you can smell it the whole way through the house.
Yeah, wow.
It's the same concept. We're just warming the wax that is scented.
Yeah.
So in a candle that has a wick, we're essentially doing it through the wick. Here you have a warmer, something to provide the heat, which then melts, and then the oil just, I guess, wafts around the air. Yeah.
I feel like it must last longer because she puts this thing on all the time and I keep checking and the candle's still, like, it's not really gone down.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
It depends on the loading as well. With candles that have wicks, there's a flammability issue. So you can't really put more than a 10 to 12% loading.
Right.
So when they say triple scented and all of those, it just means it's loaded to the absolute maximum without the potential of it catching fire. When you have a warmer and you don't have a wick, then there isn't that element of, triggering a fire.
So much to learn about candles.
What's
Would
the
you have
website
any
here?
idea?
No, I had no idea.
No.
But like the intelligence here is like,
Yeah.
they're not just making candles.
Two
here.
doctors making candles.
It's
An
unbelievable.
allergy specialist. Yeah.
It's really important to me. So like I'm very precious.
Yeah.
Like I came into my bedroom last night and I was like, something smells a little funny. And it seems like I can't smell anything. I'm like, something smells a little funny. Anyway, it turns out the Doona cover was probably not fully dry. Put in the
Oh,
cupboard.
yeah, I hate that.
A little bit of,
Oh, it's the worst,
change the
isn't
sheets.
it? Yeah.
Change the sheets. They've just been changed that afternoon to fresh sheets.
Yeah.
And I changed them
You
again.
just can't handle
But
it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Do you
So
know
this
what-
is like music to my ears or a scent to my nose. I don't know.
Yes,
Either way.
so good. It's the kitchen sink for me. I feel like the kitchen sink, kitchen cloth, like the whole thing, I just hate it. Every time I walk past, I put it in the bin. I'm like, I feel like I can smell
I'm
it.
a paper towel guy. I know that's
Yeah,
not good
no,
for
I hear you.
for
I
it,
hear
but like,
you. I
I'm
think that's
precious
where I
about
need
that
to
sort
go.
of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So not to bring any light this way whatsoever, but my mom used to say to me, Toby, you can tell the values of someone by the way in which they keep their bathroom and the way they keep their kitchen. And as a kid, that stuck with me. I couldn't eat at some people's houses because they would have residue on the kitchen bench and so I've made it a priority. We may end up switching suppliers. I hope our existing supplier's not listening right now because they've done nothing wrong. They've been fantastic to us. But I really like the way Suji's applied herself here, and I want to support. But I've gone out of my way to make sure that our bathrooms and our kitchens are constantly cleaned here.
Yes.
For two main reasons. One, you might be showing up to see one of our members. So the impression that you get as a customer is a reflection on them. Got nothing to do with me.
Yes.
Yeah, because they don't know who I am, right? And they've shown up to Billy's office and they've come to see Billy, but before they see Billy, is there a toilet here? I just need to go up to the toilet.
Yeah.
That impression is on Billy, not on me.
Yes.
That's really, really
You have
important.
beautiful toilets here.
I think so. I think we can always do better. But yeah, it's a point. And I pride myself on walking the property when I've got people coming for a tour. If I'm touring a landlord or someone, I always open the bathroom door and say, my mom used to say, and I go into that and they're like, wow, this is like a spa. It's like a day spa here. So I have high value for what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so I just before we started, you said we're going overseas to a tech innovation.
Yes. So
how does candles, diffusers and tech?
Well, it's been a bit of a journey and
and 2 doctors.
4 years, we kind of get this kind of entrepreneur itch and we're just like, what do we do different? How do we step things up?
Sure.
So obviously the manufacturing's there. That's going great guns. Brand Scent's been around for now 5 years and we've got some great clients on board. And now it's really coming a full circle with our medical career and utilizing scent. How can we do something different? Do something that absolutely has not been done before. And that's really where this med tech comes in. So Gira and I have been working with a number of universities through our mentoring. So we work with founders and startups to give back as such. And we came across this idea and we thought, why don't we do something to alleviate pain points? So through Brand Scent, we've worked with nursing homes. So what are the pain points that they're having? Residents are irritated. They're not eating. All of those issues that leads to, staff leaving. So how do we retain staff? We get rid of those problems. We can do that through scent. So we're pumping scents through the kitchen, like you said, creating ambience that feels warming, wanting them to stay and eat. So increasing their satiety.
Yeah, wow.
Whereas in the bedroom, it's really about relaxing, winding down. So using our knowledge from our medical field, what hormones are elicited when certain fragrances are released.
Wow.
Using that, we're relaxing them so they're less irritated, less wound up. They're taking their medication. So we're cutting this vicious cycle that really puts this pressure on the system with the staff. So we thought, let's take it one step further. This is within a unit, a house, people have anxiety. And I know I suffered it when I was younger, panic attacks, we're in public spaces. We hate going to the dentist because that gets us wound up. How about we take a scent that is calming, that we're familiar with? So we've got a memory associated that's imprinted. And when we're exposed to it, it instantly relaxes us. So we're developing
I'll buy a pallet load.
Yeah. Can we have this in the pathology labs?
No, I'm all in on
blood.
this.
I'm
all in.
Knock me
Sorry,
out with some scent.
I interrupted you, Suji.
That's
Keep going.
okay. We love it. So if we can take that with us in some sort of modality, that's what we're working on a prototype at the moment, and we can alleviate those pain points, those problems.
So my daughter had, I'm not wanting to expose her in a negative way, but she had a panic attack. I had no idea. Like, get out of the car, let's go. Like, she's like, I can't get out of the car. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And I've done a lot of reading on it. Huge.
Yeah.
Huge. And I don't, might just be stupid, that's why. But I don't suffer from any of the stuff.
Yeah.
And so my wife was like, you need to hug her. You know, like she was away. We were in the car together going to school. She's like, Dad, I can't get out of the car. I'm like, yes, you can.
Yeah.
So like I have such high value for this sort of stuff.
Absolutely. We puts us in a position sometimes, it catches us off guard. I know I had one on live air TV just before Shark Tank. I went in, started hyperventilating, started missing my words. And sometimes it really puts you in a predicament that you don't want to do that again.
Sure.
And that affects your life. So
it's debilitating, no?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I don't want, I guess, the next generation. And if we can do something through this scent, which hasn't been done before, then we're onto something. So we're heading out to Paris and London for London Tech Week and Viva Tech in Paris to, I guess, pitch our products. We've got a prototype there and see what kind of inspiration we can get as well.
So incredible. Wow. Yes. I must say,
I'm on fire. Like this is incredible stuff.
We were at Dreamworld, being the school holidays, and I've got a daughter who is an absolute thrill seeker, same as me, and my mum was the same, and then a daughter who wants to be, but is actually, she's been born with a fear of heights. And I know because my older brother, he used to pick up my sister and I, throw us in the air and we'd love it. Pick up my oldest daughter, throw her in the air, she loved it. Picked up my youngest daughter, from the second she left his arms, she would scream. And since being a newborn baby, and that reflex is, it's a built-in fear. So there's this built-in fear of heights, and she wants to go on all the rides and the roller coasters, and she pushes herself and she does it. But that fear and trying to, you see her screaming beside you and she's all strapped in and you know it's going to be okay, but you need to calm them down. And she does it and she's like, I want to do better this time. I want to do it again. She'll go do it again and again and again. And she gets over that fear. But that initial panic attack, there's no way of calming that, and that would be amazing.
That'd be a huge breakthrough for so many people. Like tens of millions at the sort of like low end of the scale, right?
Not just going on Shark Tank. I know that feeling.
That was just
Is that how you guys know each other? Shark Tank?
No, different seasons.
Okay.
Yeah, but both had the same experience.
2-minute pitch, it just completely threw me.
The 2 hours and 45 minutes mine was. How long were you out there? An
hour and 45, around that.
Intense.
Were you successful or?
We were successful in that we got offered, but then we realised that it probably wasn't the right sort of funding that we were looking for post-show. But Robert's remained a mentor of sorts, and so it's a win-win for us.
What's
so we're
Robert's
very happy.
Background?
He's cybersecurity.
I saw him on YouTube the other day. He's moved to Sydney.
Yes, his wife is from Australia, so he's between the two. And
I saw him on a video on YouTube talking about some LA stuff. Like I love architecture and property and all that sort of stuff. And LA is like amazing. And Hershevek was on this show, and they were saying, like he was talking about Sydney prices versus LA prices. I'm like, dude, you're from Canada. Like, how is? And then I looked up. He's actually he's moved to Sydney
with the show, and because his wife is over here, young children. I guess that's their decision.
Wow.
And
We should have Robert on. We should have Robert on the pod.
Absolutely. Well, we do have a cyber security expert today, Billy Hosking, a little bit later.
As in today, as in like in 3 weeks' time.
That's right.
Guys, we're gonna cut it there, and we're gonna go to our sponsor Luna, who are a phenomenal accounting and legal firm. But Suji, thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
We're definitely going to pick up a conversation. I'm gonna introduce you to one of my front of house staff, and see whether or not we'll show you what we currently do, and then see whether or not we can figure out a way to trial with you, and enable this. But first, a word from Luna. Luna.co is a great place for you and your business to start off with phenomenal accounting and legal services. So if you're a startup or a scale-up looking for legal and finance support, or alternatively looking to raise capital, Luna.co is where you need to be starting off. Thanks, Luna. Kate.
What a revelation I just had with the brand scent. Well, the Light Glo, actually, the Eden, the personal scent that I got. That I didn't sneeze after it. I know quite well now. If I walk into the bathroom when my husband's spraying deodorant, I have a sneezing fit. If I spray my own perfume, sneezing fit. And I just sprayed this literally in my face.
I saw you do it.
And did not sneeze. So there is something about this with the hypoallergenic.
Well, there's something about Mary. I think there's something about Suji.
Yeah, something about Suji. So good.
I'm so lit up.
Yeah. I want that anxiety spray.
Well, yeah, I think that's going to be wow. But I'm actually lit up by her and her husband.
Yeah.
And just the way they're applying themselves in a very non-traditional way, but in a very effective way, and having global impact. Like that's
and 3 young children.
Wow. We didn't even talk about the kids. Like that's also that's a full-time gig on its own.
One has a broken arm, I believe, at the moment, that makes things a lot more challenging when you're trying to travel to Paris and London.
I'm in awe. I really am. And I genuinely want to see what we can do here at Cubes, but Cubes will be nothing. It'll be like a rounding error for her business compared to the total addressable market that she's going after.
Movie sense. You're onto something, Spike.
Spike, what are you doing, man?
Bring me the Bridget Jones
Cooking
About
up
a Boy
ideas.
scent,
I love it. Guys, that's another great episode. Thanks to the team. Thank you, Kate. We'll see you on the next one.
See you then.